What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 25 of the 2026 MLB Team Preview Series. We are down to the final 6. We have reached my favorite team, the New York Yankees. But first, shout out to W Energy. Go check out their drinks. They got awesome jitterless energy blends. They got hydration blends. Go check them out. They got awesome hats. They got awesome cups. They got cool stuff. Link is in the description below. Use promo code BATBOY. Get 10% off. Go check them out. I do appreciate it. New York Yankees. 2025 recap. 94-68. Finished second in the AL East. Tied with the Blue Jays, but lost the head-to-head, which gave Blue Jays the division title. They beat Boston 2-1 in the wild card round after losing Game 1 to Garrett Crochet, and then went on to win the final 2 games, and then got blown away by Toronto in the ALDS. Since winning the 2009 World Series, that is now 16 years ago, just 5 division titles, 12 playoff appearances, only 1 World Series appearance. I am 35 years old right now, so I got to experience the entire late 90s, early 2000s Yankees dynasty. These last 16 years have been extremely difficult as a fan of the Yankees who got to experience that 90s run. I would like to see them get back to that. I don't think they are anytime soon, but these last 16 years have been very difficult to watch. Notable transactions. They re-signed Cody Bellinger, 5 years, $162.5 million. They re-signed Trent Grisham, who accepted his $22 million qualifying offer. They traded for Ryan Weathers, starting pitcher from the Miami Marlins, and then re-signed starting pitcher Ryan Yarbrough, first baseman Paul Goldschmidt, infielder Amid Rosario, starting pitcher Paul Blackburn. I don't know if you're sensing a theme, but all but one of those players was on the Yankees a year ago. And they lost their entire bullpen for the most part. Devin Williams, Luke Weaver, Mark Leiter Jr., Ian Hamilton, Jonathan Lasagna, and outfielder Austin Slater. Don't know what to make of that. I was not happy with their offseason. Re-signing Cody Bellinger was a must. The rest of it, I like the Weathers ad. I do like the Weathers ad a lot. The rest of it is kind of just injuries coming in. They got some big ones. Garrett Cole, who missed all of 2025 with Tommy John surgery, hoping for a July-ish return from him. He has been pitching in spring training. He hasn't been pitching in any live games, but he's throwing again, so they're thinking that as long as there's no setbacks, he should be back by July. Starting pitcher Carlos Rodon had elbow surgery at the end of 2025. They are hoping for a June return for Rodon. Starting pitcher Clark Schmidt, we're sensing a theme here. Tommy John surgery in July of 2025. No timetable for his return. He is most likely going to miss all of 2026. Shortstop Anthony Volpe, shoulder surgery at the end of the 2025 season. He is questionable for opening day officially. Will not make the opening day roster. He's probably going to return sometime in May is the plan. And then infielder Oswaldo Cabrera fractured his ankle in May of 2025. He is questionable for opening day as well, as we are now only, I believe, 10 days away from... Actually, no. As of recording this, 10 days. As of the release of this, I think 8 days away from opening day. He's not going to be on the roster. Major storylines heading into 2026. Pitching. Sorry for the hard P, but the pitching is going to be a problem. What are they going to get from Cole and Rodon in 2026? If they get them back healthy at the times we're expecting to get them back, June and July, that's going to be huge. That's going to be like adding 2 superstars at the deadline. That's going to be a big improvement over what the rotation is most likely going to be for the first couple months. And Garrett Cole didn't play at all last year, so that's like getting a whole new shiny toy. Luis Gil, Will Warren are going to be essential in filling the gaps while we're waiting for Rodon and Cole. And sorry if I keep looking over at the screen over here. I am still watching the Venezuela-Japan game. It is now 8-5 in the bottom of the 8th. Japan hitting now. They got first and second. That game is getting interesting. So if I'm peeking over, that's what I'm looking at. Luis Heel, finally healthy, ready to piggyback on his Rookie of the Year 2024 season. Missed a lot of 2025 with injuries, only made 11 starts. His ERA went down and his ERA plus went up. So you would think he had a good season, but his strikeouts were down, walks were up, his FIP was a half point higher than his ERA. So I think it was just kind of luck for the most part. Just the eye test, he did not look as good as he did in 2024. He is healthy again, fully healthy. If he gets back to striking out 9 per 9, where it was over 10 in 2024 and then 6.5 in 2025, that's a big strikeout drop. I'm going to blame the injury until proven otherwise. So if 2025 goes similar, or 2026 goes similar to 2025, then I'll just chalk it up as he might not get back to the 2024 form. However, I'm going to keep my hopes up because I am a Luis Heel truther. And the bottom of the 8th is over. We are now heading to the 9th with Venezuela up 8-5. Will Warren, he provided a source of steadiness in 2025, making 33 starts, striking out 9.5 per 9, Rookie of the Year votes. Hopefully he can build off a successful rookie season. The Yankees are going to need him, especially in the first couple months. They are going to need him to be good. Cam Schlittler broke out in a big way in the wild card Game 3 elimination game with the Boston Red Sox and absolutely shut them down. 8 shutout innings, 12 strikeouts, was just completely dominating. Hitting 100 with the fastball. He's got the stuff to be an ace in this league. And if he can piggyback off of his 2025, now the rotation is looking a little better. He had a 2 WAR in just 14 starts with the Yankees last year, 2.96 ERA, struck out 10.5 per 9, 1.38 ER plus. He was really good. He had some injury scares to start spring training, but he did make a start the other day and looked very good. Fastball was hitting 99. Looks healthy. Hopefully that injury scare is behind him and we can move forward with Cam Schlittler probably being the number 2 or 3 starter in this rotation behind Farid. Bullpen. From the notable transactions section, you'll know that they lost a lot of their bullpen arms. I think losing Devin Williams is going to hurt the least because he just wasn't built for the Bronx. I don't know what it was. He was one of the most dominant relievers of the previous 4 seasons with Milwaukee. He comes to New York. He cries about the beard, gets the Yankees to essentially change their whole philosophy, and then he sucks for pretty much the entire season. Weaver, another one. Wasn't very good, and Weaver is the opposite because I love Luke Weaver. He was one of my favorite Yankees. 2025 was really bad. 2024 was great. He was one of the best closers in the sport, honestly. And then 2025 was just bad. Mark Leiter is going to hurt also. Heavy strikeout guy. Nasty splitter. But David Bednar is going to be the one providing the consistency. Camilo Doval and Fernando Cruz have nasty stuff. They strike out a ridiculous amount of hitters, but they walk so many batters. It's going to make late innings extremely interesting, extremely stressful, all of it. Both of them walked over 4.5 per 9 innings last year. Cruz had 13.5 strikeouts per 9, which is nuts. He doesn't allow very many hits. Neither one of them allow very many hits, but they very rarely get through an inning stress-free. David Bednar is going to be the only one that once he gets on the mound, you're going to feel comfortable. Tim Hill is back. He's going to play his role just fine. He's a lefty specialist. The rest of the bullpen is just a big, giant dog pile of mess. Jake Bird, Paul Blackburn, Cade Winquist, Ryan Yarbrough will be in the bullpen if he's not making swing starts. They can't go into a playoff run with this bunch. They just can't. They're going to have to make some moves. This cannot be the team, the bullpen that you take into the playoffs. Transition to the next bullet point. Jason Dominguez. Is he the guy that we can trade to get, I say we, is he the guy the Yankees can trade to get, my homerism is coming out, to get the bullpen arm? At this point, there's no reason to keep him. He's not going to play. You got Bellinger, Grisham, and Judge locked into the 3 outfield spots. Spencer Jones is on his way up. He's the shiny toy that hasn't been in the big leagues. He's at 6'7", lefties. Aaron Judge from the left side of the plate. The depth of having Jason Dominguez is nice, but dude's an everyday player. You need bullpen arms. There's going to be teams out there that want Dominguez. It might be time to trade him. A couple prospects I want to point out. Elmer Rodriguez and Carlos Legrand, I think is how you say it. These can be different makers in the bullpen come September. They're obviously starting pitchers, and I think they're going to be both very good starting pitchers. But if Garrett Cole and Rodon come back, there's just not going to be room in the rotation. And there's giant holes in the bullpen. These guys could fill that spot. Elmer Rodriguez is the number 3 prospect in the Yankee organization. He's been pitching for Puerto Rico in the World Baseball Classics. He's been great. Well, now that they're done, he was great. 3 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, no earned runs. Got a 99 fastball. He's dominated every level of the minor leagues. 2.59 ERA and 70 starts. Striking out over 10 per 9. 200 batting average against. He's been filthy. He's ready for the big leagues. Carlos Legrand is the number 2 prospect. He's 6'7", projectable frame. Fastball's hitting 103 in spring training. He's electric. Struggles to repeat the delivery. He's very long, very lanky. But if he polishes that a little bit, he could be a legitimate ace in Major League Baseball. He's striking out 12.5 per 9, 183 average against. He walks a lot of people. He needs to clean that up. If he manages to clean that up, limit the walks, we got an ace. And not we as in the Yankees, just we as in baseball fans. We got an ace here. Anthony Volpe, this has to be talked about. He got so much hate in 2025, and I'm not sure all of it was warranted. I think he got a bad rap in 2025 because he was playing with most of the season with a bad shoulder. A lot of people gave him a hard time for his defense, but forget he won a Gold Glove in 2023. Forget he won 2020 in 2023. Ever since then, though, his offense has been very underwhelming. I'm not sure his job is going to be there when he gets back. Jose Caballero is my guy. I like him a lot. He's showing some pop in spring training, but he's a stolen base leader the last 2 seasons. He can play everywhere on the field. He's very good defensively. He can fit at shortstop. I wouldn't mind seeing him play third base. I'm not sold on Ryan McMahon. So if Volpe comes back healthy, you could put him at short and put Caballero at third. I wouldn't mind that either. If you want the lefty, let Ryan McMahon go. Whatever it is, I think Caballero needs to be on the field somewhere. I think he is a better baseball player. Player focus. Max Fried. Max Fried was existential to the Yankees' success in 2025. I think he's going to be even more essential to the success in 2026 due to the state of the starting rotation. So many pitchers have injuries. So many pitchers have question marks. Max Fried is going to have to be Max Fried for 30-plus starts. He has to. Last 2 seasons, he's made 29 and 32 starts. Led MLB with 19 wins last year. 3 top 5 Cy Young finishes. 4 Gold Gloves. Silver Slugger in 2021. I did want to talk about this. I know it's irrelevant because pitchers don't hit anymore, but it's cool stats. He was a Silver Slugger in 2021. He had 55 at-bats. He had 273 with 5 RBIs. He had a 74 OPS plus. Obviously, that's nothing special. Anthony Volpe's career OPS plus is about 80. So I just thought it was funny that Max Fried and Anthony Volpe are very similar hitters. Small sample size. If you give Max Fried 600 at-bats, he's probably not going to bat 273. But I just thought it was funny. He is one of the best pitchers at keeping the ball in the ballpark, which is essential pitching at Yankee Stadium. He allowed .8 home runs per 9 or less in 6 straight seasons now. ERA of 3.05 or better in 5 of his last 6. He's been under 275 3 times. He's extremely good, and he's going to be essential holding down this rotation until Cole and Rodon return. He has to be good for this team to have any sort of chance to make a run come September. 2026 outlook. This should, quote-unquote, should be a playoff team. It's heavily dependent on the bullpen getting the ball to Bednar. That's going to be the issue. I think the rotation is going to be able to hold their own, especially Fried. I think the rotation is going to be able to hold their own. I'm worried about the 7th, 8th inning, the 6th. Some of those starters getting through 6th, that end of 6th, 7th, 8th inning is going to be a big question mark. I have a hard time seeing them beating Toronto. I don't think they're going to win this division. I can see them finishing anywhere from 2-4. That Boston, Baltimore, I think Toronto wins this division, personally. That 2-4 spot, I think, is just up for grabs. I think Boston, Baltimore, and New York are just going to be battling with each other. New York has been notoriously really bad at division play in the last decade, which doesn't bode well for them. But they're running last year's roster back. It's a bold play. We'll see what happens. Brian Cashman is probably not at risk of losing his job, but I think his decision to run this roster back after getting demolished by Toronto in the ALDS last year is a bold play, and I think it should put his future as GM of the Yankees at risk. I don't think it will, but I think it should. And that's me being a Yankee fan and me being a Brian Cashman truther for the last 25 years. I think this is a big season for him. That's all I got. I'm worried about this team this year. I'm excited about just watching baseball, but this team worries me this year. Shout out to W Energy. Go check them out. Link below. Use promo code BATBOY for 10% off. Tomorrow we are out with the Toronto Blue Jays, another AL East team. So check us out. Subscribe, like, follow me on TikTok at the Batboy MLB. Share it with your friends. I really appreciate it. I've been getting a lot of interactions lately. I think all of my World Baseball Classic content has really helped jumpstart this whole thing. So I appreciate all you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.